Keir Starmer, our leader, mentioned you at Shadow Cabinet this week and the work that you're doing. And loads of people in the media are talking about Worthing, and it's so important for so many different reasons.
It doesn't get in my way, it's fine.
Yesterday it was about Hove, and we took the seat off of the Tories. Here is about today, taking Worthing off the Tories. And if you do that, then tomorrow it's about Littlehampton and Bognor, it's about Eastbourne and Hastings. That's why what you're doing is so important. And the reason for it is because what Becky is doing here and what all the candidates are doing. Where's Rita?
Here.
There we go. And what you and the candidates are doing, it's so magnetic and it's so appealing and it's showing Labour at its absolute best. That's why we're taking so much pride in what you're doing, and we're trying to bottle what you're doing and spread it around the region. And partly we've got to do that locally, and then we're also doing that nationwide as well. And the fact that Labour is doing so well at the moment is not just because we have a corrupt bunch of Tories running the country, it's also because the Labour Party is so appealing locally and appealing around the country. And first and foremost, we have economic competence back, and it's in the Labour Party. People are looking to the Labour Party for economic competence in running the country and the ideas to tackle the country. And for that, we have our Shadow Chancellor to thank. So give a huge, warm, Worthing welcome to Rachel Reeves!
Thank you very much, Peter, and thank you, Becky and Rita and the team here in Worthing having me here today. And I'm sorry I'm so late, and I hate seeing Labour activists standing around doing nothing, and it's all my fault. So I'm very sorry, Becky. We should have been knocking on doors. Yeah. I'm going to be even more speedy than usual. But it is fantastic to be here, and everyone is talking about Worthing, not least Peter Kyle. And Peter has been going on about Worthing since he first became an MP in 2015, when no one believed that we could have a Labour MP in Worthing, and now everyone is talking about that possibility because of the work of Becky and the team here. We have a real opportunity, in part because of the Conservatives' corruption and sleaze and lies, but also because people look at the Labour Party and see that Labour have changed. We've got a Prime Minister who, in the last month, has given 4 lies for the parties. First of all, he said all rules have been obeyed at all times in Downing Street. Then the video came out of Allegra Stratton, and he said that he was as shocked and appalled and surprised as anybody else. Then it turned out he was at one of the parties, and then he said he hadn't realised it was a party. And then when it was revealed that he had been told it was a party, he said, well, of course it was a party. I just didn't know that you weren't allowed to go to parties. And so I think people are sick and tired of the corruption, the sleaze and the lies. And that gives us a huge opportunity to set out how we would be different, and not just the integrity and the honesty in the way in which we would govern, but the policies as well. And I set out a couple of weeks ago Labour's policies on the cost of living crisis. And the Tories have no answers on this. The Tories are the cost of living crisis. They're whacking up taxes for people in April this year, not least the increase in national insurance contributions. At the same time, that people's energy bills are likely to go up by £600 or £700. And that's why Labour have said £200 off everybody's bills, including cutting VAT on gas and electricity, but also because we know that it is those on modest incomes and the poorest who feel that price hike the most. We would expand the warm homes discount so it covers 9 million households, and it's increased from £140 to £400 to give a boost to all of those people, pensioners and families who need the most support. That is the concrete difference that Labour is promising, as well as the climate investment pledge, which would mean not only are we giving people short-term help, but also we're investing in the renewables and the nuclear. We're insulating homes to take money off people's bills, not just for 1 year, but for all years to come. So those are just some of the concrete things that we are doing to make a difference to people's lives, and that we would be doing in government. And though also your pledges locally for this to be a green, a local, a seaside town to achieve its potential, with a Labour government and a Labour MP and a Labour council in Worthing. Imagine the difference we can make to our community. So thanks very much for having me here today. I'm looking forward to getting on the doorsteps with you. Thank you.